Hi again. I haven't been doing two reviews in an evening for quite some time. I tend to just stick with one a week. I don't want to kind of throw too much out there. Really little point. Quality over quantity, I suppose, is the aim. Um, I said I was going to give the Festbier a look because I just went in on the wheat beer. The wheat beer is actually £1.39 a can, which means it is absolutely ridiculously cheap and is good quality stuff, like I said. That is a 7 out of 10 beer all day long without taking the price into account. When you factor in the price, that becomes a 9 out of 10 beer for me. So they've also got their Fest beer in at the moment. Now, for the uninitiated, and I'm sure most of you are initiated, the Germans have Oktoberfest. It starts late September, mid to late September. And it was to do with German royalty and a wedding and the wedding celebration, and that's just continued over many decades and many years. And particular types of beer are made for Oktoberfest. Well, during Oktoberfest, this beer goes into Lidl, and amongst others, but this is Fest beer, £1.49 a can. It doesn't tell you anything about where it's made. It gives you ingredients, tells you it's 5.5%. Lovely can. But again, £1.49. So I got a big glass out to drink this. Get it in as soon as possible. It's quite cold. It came off the shelf quite cold. But what you tend to find with fest beers is, for me, they're kind of fairly malty. Kind of lagers, I suppose. That type of thing. They're usually stronger than 5.5%, though. Your regular fest beer is around about 6 to 7%. There are like the big four, big five, which are the only ones that are officially allowed to be called Oktoberfest beer. But these, obviously other fest beers are out there. But the quality, the standard of them is exceptional. And if memory serves, for a cheap fest beer, I think this is really good. What you get is a fairly clear, kind of amber beer with a bit of head on it. And yeah, it smells lovely and malty. Lovely and malty. Let's go in. Oh, it's really good. You get the biscuity malt flavour and a nice bitter finish. But it's such easy drinking, and it isn't as good as the Oktoberfest beers that you can get. And they do put a couple of them into Lidl's and Aldi's around that time. You'll see them when they come up. But very much like the wheat beer. Very much like the wheat beer. This Fest beer for £1.49 now, on its own, is probably a 6 or a 7 out of 10 beer. It's really, really smooth, no off flavours. If you're paying £1.49, £1.50 for a 500ml can of beer in these troubled times, when everything's gotten a lot more expensive, if it's even palatable, you can think you've struck gold almost. Well, with this, you've struck platinum or something, because it's fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. If there's a fridge filler out there, this is it. And Lidl, over the last few weeks, they've had Mythos has been in. Prior to that, they had the Bavarian Lager, the Perlenbacher, I think it was. And now they've got their wheat beers and fest beers back in. Honestly, if you are struggling for funds at the moment, and trust me on this, there's absolutely no shame in it. I think pretty much anyone who isn't a millionaire is struggling a bit. I will put this up against 8 out of 10 of the beers in the big supermarkets. Tesco's, Morrison's, Asda's, all of them. They'll have a couple of beers that are nicer, but those beers will cost you minimum of double this. You think this is £1.50 a can? In Morrison's, Asda's, etc., their cans of beer that are this quality are £3 plus. So this is half the price. It is absolutely lovely. It's gorgeous. That lovely malty kind of sweetness, and then it's just that kind of lagery finish to it. It starts off kind of sweet, and then it ends up just being this beautiful citrusy finish. Yeah, get involved. You will not do much better than that. You won't do much better than that until you're spending £4 plus. There's better beers out there, but there's not better beers out there for this money. There are definitely not better beers out there for this money. If you think you can buy 4 cans of this for £6, you can get yourself absolutely wasted on a tenner's worth of this. And, beer reviewers don't talk about the effect, how it makes you feel. It seems to be irresponsible, but the fact is we drink beer to get drunk most of the time, don't we? Well, the wheat beer and this give you a really warm feeling as you're slipping into that tipsy drunkenness. They do. I advise you to go out and buy this while it's still there, and then each time it comes back round, fill your fridge with it. Make it your go-to beer. Offer your guests it when they come round. If they want a beer, they will not be leaving. The only problem is, you may not be able to get rid of them until the lot is gone. You good elf.